How's it going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Loves You Outdoors. I'm behind the house right now. I'm actually working on a Euro deer head mount for a buddy of mine, John. Got a real nice buck this year. I don't know what it is, 8-9 points. Really webbed on that side. So he was tracking this for a bit. He's had him on camera for a little while. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to video this a little bit. I'm gonna try to go in some detail on how to do it, but I'm not gonna show exactly what I'm doing, but I'll describe it. I've had some people kind of mention in my videos I should show myself or show more of what I'm doing and not just after the fact that it's done. I'm going to try to start doing that a little bit, but I don't want this to be a how-to channel. Like there's a lot of different ways on how to do things. Just because of the way that I'm doing it doesn't mean it's the right way. It's just the way I do it. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, I guess. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to try to go through a little bit of the process on how I do this. Like the next step, obviously I got water boiling right there. There's some OxiClean soap in the pot, and I got some Mr. Clean in there to help degrease it and help lift off a lot of the grease and oil and all that kind of stuff. And then over here I get some extra water because I'm not sure how much space it's going to take. And I do have some saran wrap that I'm going to wrap around, and I'll show you that after I skin this off. So some guys will just throw the head right in like this with the hide on it to help it come off easier. I find it's quicker. What I'll do is I'm going to cut it right here as if I was doing a full deer head mount, and then I'll cut to each burr and then start opening this up, cut the ear butts so that this will start opening up. And then once I start cutting in here, what I do is I just take a flathead screwdriver. I should have a bigger one than this, but I can't find it. And if this was for a full mount, obviously I don't care if I rip or tear this. And then all you do is you just put the flathead screwdriver and just whittle it back and forth all the way around the circumference of the burr or the butt, and it'll just peel right off. And then you'll have like a little triangular flap right here, and you just throw that over and you just keep skinning all the way down and open that right up and then throw the hide away. Or use it as a full mount. Obviously this was cut off really short. It's starting to get a little ripe. I don't know what's the date today. I don't know, December 10th or 11th. And I've had this in the front seat, passenger side of my truck, probably for 3 weeks now. So it was due to get it out of there because I was just driving it around back and forth, back and forth. I kept it in there so it was safe, so nothing could get at it. Yeah, so nice head. Yeah, like I said, I'll pause you for now, and then once I start opening this up and taking the bark off it, I'll turn you back on. Here, stand by. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far. I'm trying to sort of show you this here. Yeah, so I got this one all separated all the way around the butt. And then, like I was saying, I left that piece, but I'm going to try to show. So if you take a flathead screwdriver and you kind of just stick it in here and you just whittle it back and forth, that'll all come apart. Nice. Yeah, so I'll just keep skinning this all the way down off the face and then cut it off at the nose. And I keep the bottom jaw on my Euro mounts and all the teeth, and I'll show you that after. I'm just kind of pressed for time. I'm trying to rush. It's starting to rain here now and my water's boiling, so I'm going to hurry up and get that off, that hide off, and then I will throw that in the pot and leave it for a little bit. Start cooking down, making deer head soup. So there's the ear butt right there. I just cut through it with the ear right in here, there's a big hunk of muscle meat that you want to take off. The more you can get off, the better. Easier for you to pick off later. And what I do is once this is all boiled down and all the meat's fallen off, usually what I'll do is I'll use a pressure washer and pressure wash that whole, all the meat off, and get the brain out of the brain cavity. So I'll pause you for now. Stand by. Okay, this is the stage I'm at there now. I got the head hung up. This is where I butcher and pluck my chickens. So I just have a rope here set up. It makes it handy because then kind of gives me a third hand. And I got it pulled down over the eyes and the tear ducts. And I'll just keep working this all the way down and then cut it off at the nose and the bottom lip. Stand by. Okay, so got that cape off. It's sitting in the pot there now, so I got to bring it up to a boil, and I'll let it boil. Keep checking on it for the next 30 minutes or so. I don't want to over boil it or overcook it, because and I'll show you after, in the nose cavity there's like a really fine membrane that I like to keep in there. I think it looks really cool. That's what I've been doing lately. In the past I was overboiling them and overcooking them, and you'd lose all that, and all that membrane or fine bone would just disappear, which still looks fine, but I prefer now to leave it in there. So I got both of the butts wrapped with saran wrap to try to keep it from discoloring. If it does, then I'll just re-stain it, and we'll just start cooking here for a bit. Doing deer heads, moose heads aren't too bad for the smell, I guess, for when you're cooking these. Bear heads, coyote heads, any carnivores or omnivores like that, bobcats, the skulls give off a different kind of odor when you're boiling them. It's kind of gross, it's greasy, and this here will just smell like, you know, you're cooking some roast beef or something. It's not that bad at all compared to the other ones. Moose heads, I have a big huge pan that I put them in, or in the past I've also put the burner underneath a steel wheelbarrow and cooked them like that, and done a couple of them at a time. Yeah, so that's what's going on there for now. Like I said, it's starting to rain, a little bit of sleet, it's kind of cold, hands are getting a little cold now. So I'll pause you for now, let this cook for a bit. I got a couple other things to do. I actually got a couple coyotes that I have to skin out that I caught a couple of days ago that I want to get at. Anyhow, I'll turn it back on here in a bit. Stand by. Okay, so I just got that out of the pot. See, it's starting to whiten up a little bit. I actually have to head down the road to a place where they have some pressure washers, because my pressure washer is broke at the moment. So I'll head down the road and give it a shot, and if it's not boiled down enough, I'll just come back and cook it some more. Alright, stand by. Alright, so I just came back from the pressure washing place. It didn't go that great. I didn't realize how much more pressure my pressure washer had than the commercial ones. So came back, put it back in the boil a little bit. Obviously I didn't have it boiled enough. There's the bottom jaw. Just got it hooked on a piece of string for now. Put some more OxiClean in there to degrease it, and that's what I picked off it so far. All the big bulky meat stuff. So I'm going to let it boil for a little longer and then head down and give it another shot with the pressure washer. Right now I'm going to bring this down to the chickens, give them a little treat, and I'll turn you back on here in a bit. Stand by.